It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up. So cash your checks and get up, get up, get up. The legendary words from the legendary Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. First of the month, ladies and gentlemen. This in the NFL is buzzing right now, and we got some red hot news, and you are looking at the hottest, I mean hottest podcast in the YouTube community, man. We are the Real to Sports Podcast, and this is the Real to Sports Talk Show, man. We're about to bring you one hell of a show as we are going all NFL news today, and we will have a presidential NBA Trivia Showdown as the vice president in the Real to Sports NBA Trivia Champion. Wall Street is putting his title on the line for the very first time against making his last day on the show. The president, Young Mark, making his last day. Mark, we're going to miss you, bro.
Yeah, man.
We're going to miss you, bro. We're going to miss you.
It's been a pleasure.
Well, before he go, man, Young Mark is seeking his very first NBA trivia title. So Wall Street is looking to keep his championship reign afloat. So we got a new look here, man. We got a new look here in the Real to Sports Podcast, man. Shout out to my boy, my guy Ash, for pulling off the design that I will put up as the show start. And credit to him. And credit to him because his prices is not reasonable whatsoever. He could have cut me a deal, Ash, bro. Boy, he chopped my pockets real good on that. But nevertheless, he did good work, man. So hope you guys in the comments, man, y'all like the little design that we got. I got to make the boxes, a little bigger. But anyway, shout out to Ash and InDesign and everything, man. So grab your cold drink, everybody. Grab your cold drink. Sit back, relax, man, and enjoy as we begin the Real to Sports Talk Show. We appreciate you guys for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon. Wherever in the world you are laying your eyes on us, wherever you're sitting at, wherever couch, whatever chair, wherever bench, wherever park car, wherever you're at. Thank you guys for being here with us, man, for watching us. Let me go through my usual estate here, man. Losing my words here. Hit that thumbs up.
It's an emotional day, host.
Word. Got the podcast. Y'all like the design right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Got the Real Sports state of the art podcast command center back there. You know what I'm saying? Got all my workers and stuff back there. You probably might see them through the show walking across, making sure the cameras and stuff good. Make sure everybody all right. All right, man. Don't forget, man. Please hit that thumbs up. That thumbs up for the podcast panel, man. Hit that thumbs up. And if you're watching us for the very first time, please hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications. And follow us on all social media platforms. There's Twitter, there's Twitch, there's Instagram. We all over the place. Mostly on Twitter, though. Get that Twitter started. Mostly on Twitter. And join our sports group, man. I'm talking about the best sports group on Facebook. An actual sports group that interacts with each other, because these other ones they just don't. I'm talking about the Real to Sports group, man. I'm talking about the Real to Sports group. Sign up and join one of the most interactive groups on Facebook. Contests, prizes, you name it. Right here on Facebook. All right, man. Allow me to introduce you guys to the engine that runs the ship, man. I'm talking about the Real to Sports podcast panel down in the bayou, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I already know the man that's so nice. You got to say his name twice. Two. Throw him up, baby. He represents Blitzburg in the Steel Curtain. They are the prestigious six-time Super Bowl champion, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ladies and gentlemen, he ain't got the flag back there, but y'all know who he is right now. Deuce.
Host, I gave everybody a week off. I gave everybody a week off for the black and gold. I know it must hurt, to relive the days of getting beat by the Steelers. So, I mean, but nevertheless, we here, still a nation forever. So,
oh my God, the Steeler Nation. Copyright infringement.
Big time.
No question, man. The president, Mr. President is in the building. This is his last show, ladies and gentlemen. His very last show. The president will be leaving. I am actually firing him.
I'm getting fired. Okay. I thought it was a voluntary resignation, but
he also represents the Raider Nation, man, the three-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders, the president of the Real Sports Group. He's Oklahoma State's alumni, ladies and gentlemen. Young Marcus.
Yes, sir. It's been a pleasure, you all. But as the host said, today's my last day on the Real Sports podcast. It's been one wild ride, man. I'm gonna miss every last one of y'all, but let's go out with a bang, shall we?
Let's go out with a bang, baby. Because Young Mark, at the end of the show, you're fired.
Hey, in the immortal words of David Ruffin, I wasn't fired, I quit.
Oh, he over with David Ruffin over me. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, he is the vice president of the Real Sports Group, representing America's team, the 5-time Super Bowl champion, the Dallas Cowboys. He is the Real to Sports NBA trivia champion. Ladies and gentlemen, do not cross the street. All streets in the building.
Let's go, host.
Let's go,
I went
baby.
out there today and I figured I'd get me a shirt that best describes the I
love it
in these tournaments. So let's go, baby.
I love it, baby. I love it. Street wins. Flawless victory.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Shakira?
What's going
she
on?
is always on the show. I gotta get her a t-shirt. I gotta do something for her, yo. I gotta do something for her. She always there, bro. Always. Appreciate her. She represents the Commanders, right?
Yeah, Commanders.
There we go. We're a little small in the box, but we here. We're a little small in the box, but we here. Oh man! All right, ladies and gentlemen. Do not adjust your screen, but that is Deuce right there, and that is Wall Street, and that is Young Mark, and that is Old Ugly Me. Wait a minute. Let me do something here, because y'all. I mean, hold on, bro. Hold on. Y'all getting these fire ass introductions. You know. I gotta get my intro in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, boy. That's beef.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
That's beef, man. That's beef. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, we're going to start this show off, man. We got XFL news coming from yours truly, man. Let's get it popping. Let's get it started.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are once again, back with another edition of On the Mark. I am your humble host, Young Mark. It's been a pleasure to do this with y'all. We're going to go ahead and get this last On the Mark with the XFL out the way. So without any further ado, I'm going to quickly get into it here real quick. Shout outs. I'm going to start out with the game of the week, really. The two top teams in the XFL went at it this past Monday. You had Monday Night XFL football. The 4-1 Houston Roughnecks traveled to DC to take on the undefeated 5-0 DC Defenders. And it was a boat race. DC was 5-0 going into the game. They left the game 6-0. It wasn't much of a contest, to be honest with you. DC boat raced Houston, winning the game 37-26. Really, the score got inflated because Houston came to life finally in the fourth quarter and found some offense. But for the first three quarters of the game, man, it was all DC. Jordan Ta'amu had the best game of his XFL season. He went 19-31, 245 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. Abram Smith is clearing away the rushing champ in the XFL right now. He continued his hot streak, going for 95 yards on 19 carries and a touchdown of his own. On the Houston side, though, they made a quarterback change. Brandon Silvers shared time with Cole McDonald, but it really wasn't until Cole McDonald got into the game that the offense came to life. Cole McDonald had a beautiful, Fred Belendikoff and Cliff Branch type pass from George Blanda in the game. McDonald threw a beautiful touchdown pass, went about 80 yards, busted coverage. But shout out to my man Deontay Burnett. He finished the game for Houston with 4 catches, and he had 122 yards and that 1 touchdown, including that 85-yard bomb that he caught from Cole McDonald. So it looks like right now, man, DC is definitely the odds-on favorite to bring home the championship in the XFL. They have pretty much separated themselves from the rest of the pack. So it's going to be fun to see how everything else shakes out and see if anybody is going to be able to step up to the plate and knock DC down a peg. The other news you want to get into is not really so much the score. San Antonio went to Arlington to get their rematch with the Arlington Renegades, and this time San Antonio came out the victor. It was a very low-scoring game. Really wasn't a whole lot of offense at all. Both of these teams have been struggling mightily to move the ball and to score points. San Antonio won the final score of 15-9. But the real interesting part about this game was there was another quarterback change on Arlington. So last year, if you watched the USFL, you'll know the name Kyle Sloter. He was the quarterback for the New Orleans franchise, and he lit it up pretty good. Even got to go down to training camp with the Jaguars after the USFL season. He didn't catch on in Jacksonville, but instead of going back to the USFL for round 2, he decided to sign with the XFL, and it looks like the match wasn't made in heaven. Kyle Sloter went 6-13 for only 22 yards. Really wasn't able to move the ball at all, so he got benched and replaced by Drew Plitt, who finished the game, went 10-16 for 163 yards and a touchdown. But the interesting part about all of this is, if you guys remember, last weekend I played a little video for the host, roasting him about constantly saying how much Luis Perez, the quarterback of the Vegas Vipers, sucks and all that good stuff. And I played that video, and the video did not age well, because just a couple hours later, Luis Perez had a very bad game.
I told you.
Luis Perez finished his most recent game with only 99 passing yards and 2 interceptions. So lo and behold, after his most recent game, Luis Perez was shipped off. He was traded by the Vegas Vipers to the Arlington Renegades, and the Renegades then in turn cut Kyle Sloter. So Luis Perez has a new home. He's now playing for Coach Stoops in Arlington. And we'll see what happens with Kyle Sloter, man. It's going to be interesting to see if, the USFL will welcome him back, given how good he was with them last year, or teams shy away from him because he didn't do all that well in the XFL. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see. As far as the standings go, because it's almost time for the playoffs in the XFL, just a couple of weeks away from that. Right now, it's really a tight race in the XFL North Division. DC sitting in top at 6-0. Seattle is right behind them. They went from being 0-2, couldn't get out of their own way, couldn't win a game to save their lives. They've now won 5 in a row. They just won a game last night, and now they are sitting at 5-2. See, the Battlehawks in St. Louis with AJ McCarron, they've yet to play this week, but they are right there with them at 4-2. So it's pretty much a 2-team race to see who's going to get that number 2 spot in the North Division and make the playoffs. In the South, Houston is reeling a little bit. They've fallen to 4-2 after being 4-0. They've lost 2 in a row now. The second place position is pretty interesting. Arlington has been on a downward slide. They're now 3-4, but they're only 1 game ahead of Hines Ward. Shout out to the Steelers and all that good stuff. Hines Ward and his San Antonio squad are only a game behind Arlington for second place. They are sitting at 2-4, so it's going to be interesting to see between Arlington and San Antonio who comes out with that second spot in the XFL South and makes the playoffs. But that is on the mark for this week. We're going to see how things shake out. We got week 8 of the XFL going on right now. Let's see. Let me get a quick score update for you guys. Right now we have, I'm sorry, not week 8, week 7. Seattle beat Arlington last night, 24-15. Luis Perez did not play. Next game up is coming up at 4 o'clock. We got San Antonio taking on Vegas. It's going to be interesting to see if San Antonio can find the spark to make the playoffs and beat Vegas so they can keep their hopes alive. DC's got the winless Orlando Guardians. And then in the main event, Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock, this should be a really good game. We got the St. Louis Battlehawks with AJ McCarron going to Houston to take on Wade Phillips and the Roughnecks. So that is week 7 of the XFL on the mark. So back to you, host.
That's going to be a good game now. Houston Roughnecks. Okay. All right, man. Let's go.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
All right. Young Mark giving us the XFL news. Rock.
What's going on, man?
Coming back next week. Happy WrestleMania Day. Yes, sir. T-Rock.
Yes, sir.
T-Rock will be back in the Jacksonville.
My man.
Jaguars will be back next week. Yes, sir.
My man.
DC Defenders.
Yes, sir. You better know.
Yes,
Defend
sir.
DC, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. USFL in 2 weeks. That is true. I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
I think I like the USFL better, bro. I'm ready for that. I am ready for that, boy. Ooh.
T-Rock.
Let's go, Birmingham. Let's go. Yeah, Rock will be back in the building, man. Rock will be back in the building next Saturday, man. Jacksonville Jaguars. And if you don't like it, just deal with it. Just deal with it. All right, man. Let's get into some NFL. We got no NBA today because there ain't nothing popping really too much in the NBA. So, but we got tons of football in the podcast panel. They geared up and they're ready. Let's go. All right, man. In the NFL news here, we have first thing we're going to talk about is the old Chicago Bears, man. The Chicago Bears, Matt Eberflus on Justin Fields. And he said this, and I quote, all the things that come with that position exuded those traits. The Bears are assembling a dangerous squad, and they're doing so around Justin Fields. The club's blockbuster trade out of the number 1 overall spot in the upcoming draft cemented Fields as the franchise cornerstone at quarterback. A decision head coach Matt Eberflus discussed with NFL's Judy Batista at the annual league meeting on Saturday. And he said this, and I quote, "I was with him the whole year," Eberflus said. "I was in all the quarterback meetings, and I really spent the first year building that relationship with him as a head coach and quarterback. He just showed me grit and toughness, work ethic, and his teammates love him. All the things that come with that position, he exuded those traits for sure. To go on with the intangibles, Fields took a leap in his second year under center, throwing for 2,242 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, while putting together the second best quarterback rushing season in league history with 1,143 yards on the ground. His pocket presence is still a work in progress, as evidenced by his league's worst 55 sacks taken and a middling 60.4 completion percentage. But the brass in Chicago can see enough in the tea leaves. You guys, let's start with streets here. Let's start with the street. We're going to cross the street here. See, we're going to cross the street. All right, Street, what do you think about Matt Eberflus and what he said about Justin Fields?
I think you got to say that as a head coach, man. You got to speak, some confidence into your players. But there's no doubt that Justin is tough. There's no doubt about that. And he do exude a lot of those traits. But one of the main ones that I think that he gonna need to work on, man, is like you said, his pocket presence, his accuracy, man. 60% completing percentage is terrible nowadays in the NFL in today's game. You just got to be up there closer to the 67% up in that range nowadays, man. And they don't pay him to be a running back, so I know he broke the record in running, but they're not paying him to do that. He won't last very long doing that. So I think he gets all the traits to be a good quarterback. You can tell he's a hard worker, and I think how he bounced back after he made a jump his second year. I think he'll make another jump, and become a better pocket passer if they get some players around him. He also needs some talent around him. So
you got Claypool and DJ Moore. What you think? What you think?
I like that. I like that. I like DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore will help him a whole lot. And Claypool, big target. You don't have to be totally, perfectly accurate to get the ball into him. And I was watching where Matt Eberflus talked about Claypool. He talked about him about just me in this year, and for him to step up also. So. I think he get everything there. I like what they did in the free agency, bringing in Deontay Foreman to run the ball. I think they're gonna be solid this year. It's gonna all be up, on the step that Justin take, of course. But I think he got the skill set to get it done, man. It's just about accuracy. To me, I think that's one of the most important parts of being a quarterback. And he's a hard worker. Just find me somebody that works hard, and we can get it done.
So if you was the head coach besides Eberflus, if you the head coach of the Chicago Bears, what else would you add to that Bears offense to accommodate Justin Fields? Because clearly he's a cornerstone.
Even though they got Deontay, I'm going to get a high pick running back. I'm going to get me a young running back. You know what I mean? I think that would be his best friend. He already has a tight end. And they address the receivers. So after that, it's the offensive line. I'm getting him somebody to protect him, and a good running back, because I think if they can lean on the run game more, play action passing, that's always a quarterback's friend. So I will either go try to get me a run. I know it's not the thing to do to pick running backs early in the draft. But if you have a chance to get somebody like Robinson or something like that, I think you have to hop on that. I think that'll help your quarterback out immensely. And that's what I would do. I'll address the offensive line and the running back position. I'll get younger at that position.
Street. Chicago Bears might be looking at it. Hopefully they watching the show and they might like what you got going on there.
Yeah, they better protect him, though. I know that. He can't be back there running for his life all the time.
55 sacks, bro. It's the league worst.
Yeah, and I know that's not on the offensive line. It's probably him, maybe not processing things quickly enough. But most of it I will put on the offensive line.
Okay. Yeah, I would. Yeah. Because the offensive line is terrible. Deuce. Yeah. Now, Matt Eberflus was talking about Justin Fields and, basically saying that, Justin Fields is a adapting pretty much to being a quarterback. He said a lot of good things that you're supposed to say about your quarterback. But he threw Justin Fields under center now, Deuce, 2,247 yards. 42 yards, 17 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and a league's worst 55 sacks. His completion percentage was 60.4. So my question to you, Deuce, is how do you help this dude Justin Fields? Even though he got your guy from Pittsburgh, Claypool, and now he has DJ Moore from the Carolina Panthers. What more does Justin Fields need? Because those numbers, like Street said, those numbers need to improve badly, especially his completion percentage.
Yeah, he definitely is going to have to take some strides to get better, but I think that's the beauty of Justin Fields. I think that he still has a high ceiling to reach, man, and I think he's very talented. I agree with Street, though. I think a running back is got to be the next piece, like some guy that, can be the first down guy, get you 4 or 5 yards, and kind of keep the offense in a good position, and keeping Justin not having to push the ball down the field as much. Use that tight end and these types of things, and the play action game and stuff like that. But like you said, those 55 sacks don't all go on him. That offensive line definitely needs some help. They definitely need to get addressed in either the draft or free agency coming on out. But I personally like Justin, man. I think he's a great talent. I think he's a better quarterback than people give him credit for, but he didn't have anybody to throw it to. So of course they ran him 50-60% of the time, but I think we're going to see a jump in Justin's play. I don't know if it's going to be drastic, but I think it's ever going to look different now that he has some pass catchers out there, some people to give the ball to. And more than just one guy.
Well, since Street said go for Robinson in the draft, right? But clearly, 55 sacks, Deuce, is just the league worst. So, do you really go for a running back, or do you go in the offensive line in the draft? If he was the best GM,
I'd probably go offensive line. I think I'd address it first. Maybe a young tackle, somebody who can grow with him. He'll only be a few years older, but a guy that they can, similar to what Detroit did with Penei Sewell. They went and got a guy who's now being not just offensive line, but he's energy for them. He's playing tight end packages and catching passes for them. Just somebody with that kind of athleticism that'll be able to be there for a while to protect Justin, and then you just go from there. I think it's big if you're going to get a running back, he has to be able to pass pro as well. I think that's a lost art among a lot of running backs. Nobody wants to block. Everybody comes in and they want to tote the pill, but they don't want to get back there and get that defensive end coming off the edge, or step up and catch Micah Parsons or Levante David coming up the A gap. They don't want to do that. So I think
people do that.
That's the kind of back you want to go get. Somebody probably like a Bijan, that frame and that size, and then that can still stay in there and give you all the carries you need, So I don't know though. It's a toss up. I think you go offensive line and try to get a running back a little bit later on, but that's just me.
Okay. So offensive line, then running back later.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. President, before we go to Mr. President, Rock says, I see the Bears competing for the division title this season. Whoa.
Let me see.
I don't know if I'm going to go that far with it, dog.
He said competing. I can see him competing for it.
Yeah, competing and winning is.
I can see that. Green Bay going to take a step back. Rodgers leave.
There's a reason why I'm even hesitant to even say competing. It's not even so much on Justin Fields, but you got to remember, man. Can y'all name anybody that plays defense for the Bears?
No.
Right. They got to work on that defense. I personally.
Minnesota. Minnesota's not good.
Yeah,
they got Edmonds out of Buffalo, but I still think that defense needs some more work. Just my opinion. But on Justin Fields, though, I'm a big Justin Fields fan. I've been a fan of his ever since I saw him compete in that game in the college football playoff. Man, out there thugging it out with broken ribs, whatnot. That really warmed my heart to him and endeared him to me. So I'm always be a fan of his. So just looking at the Bears, like from last year, right? They weren't all that bad despite the void of the offensive talent. I believe they lost the majority of these games because they had no defense. But out of all their losses last year, 7 of those losses were one-score games. Like they really should have beaten the one game I put on Justin Fields was the game against Washington because he missed some pretty darn good throws that should have been touchdowns and points and moving the chains that Thursday night. But really outside of that, without Justin Fields, the Bears would have been much worse because he literally was keeping them in the game and helping them go. I personally feel like it's the moves that the new regime is making will make this team and make him much better. Getting him some players on offense to work with. I do still think they need to add some protection, for him. But this is going to be a deep draft in the offensive line and also in the skill position as well. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities later on in the draft to kind of build the offensive side of the ball. But I think right now what the Bears should do early in the draft is try to address that defense. Because, as me and host know, being Raider fans, you can have the greatest quarterback in all of football, but if he ain't got no defense to work with, you ain't going to win too many games. So,
Yeah.
Oh, you be throwing that around, bro. You the greatest quarterback. Y'all have the great. You ain't talking about your boy.
I'm talking about Derek Dallas Carr.
DC4, baby. Eddie Jackson, the Alabama product. Eddie Jackson's still there, number 39, right?
I'm actually kind of curious though. Like now that we think, talking about the Bears, I'm actually kind of curious to see what their offensive line is going to look like. I wonder if our old friend Alex Leatherwood is going to finally be able to get into the starting lineup this year, and I'm really curious to see what's going to happen.
Alex
my man.
Leatherwood.
Hey, bro, they claimed him off of waivers, but I didn't hear not a peep from him last year. So
Alex Leatherwood sucks.
Been rough.
I can't deny that, Brad. That might have been one of the worst offensive line picks I've ever seen in my life.
Terrible.
At least Eric Flowers lasted a couple years in New York.
Alex,
but I think
garbage.
I'm curious to see what their offensive line is going to look like come week 1. I think you need to, like I said, go after some of them in the draft. Maybe see if there's still some ones up there in free agency that you can pick up. But I'm curious to see, what's going to happen with Leatherwood and my man Tevin Jenkins, seeing what's going to happen with them. So it's going to be interesting, but the Bears have definitely shown that they have a lot of faith and belief in Justin Fields, that he can be, only the second franchise quarterback that team has ever had.
True. But the Bears will suck. They won't be good. They won't be. I don't think they're ready. I'm
not gonna write them off. I'm not gonna completely write them off because again, I mean, every year in the NFL it feels like it's always one team that goes from worst to first. You know what I mean?
Very true.
But
not the Bears.
I just right now I'm just not seeing it.
Okay. I think the Bears just need a little bit more. I think they need a little bit more help as far as there. I agree with what I really agree with what Duke said. O-line, because here it is, 55 sacks, bro. That's just bad. That's just really bad. So I would focus on the offensive line. Then worry about a running back later down the road. They did lose Montgomery, right?
Yeah, he's in Detroit.
Yeah, he went to Detroit. So they lost Montgomery. So again, what Duke said was go to the line first because you have to protect your most golden goose, which is Fields. You got to protect that guy. So I mean, without him, Soldier Field is empty. So now you got to protect him, and now you got to go for a running back, which you can get a running back. You can easily get a running back in the NFL. Maybe a little old, but Rock said, "What school Littlewood went to?"
I believe he went to the Slow Tide of Alabama, if I'm not
Hey, but I
mistaken.
believe he got a national championship out of that run, though.
What a national championship gonna do for him in the NFL?
Not a thing, not a thing. But he got some hardware. Most of these cats ain't got no hardware. They open up their kitchen cabinet, it's nothing there but flies.
Penei Sewell didn't win a national championship, but he's one of the best offensive linemen in football.
Who's that?
I'm just saying. Penei Sewell out of Detroit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he nice now. He nice.
Yeah.
The Bears, get real quick, you guys. Give me a Bears record. I'm gonna say 17.
Hold on, let me get their opponents pulled up.
Because they won 3 games. They won 3 games last year. I give them 17. Street, what you give them? Street.
I want to say, I'm gonna give them. I say they at least get 8 wins next year.
Okay.
Hold on, Street. Before you say that, before you go, dude, let me lay out their opponents for y'all. Darn it.
It don't even matter.
you don't even care about their opponents.
Nah.
Because next year they got Baltimore. No, they got Denver, Atlanta, Carolina, the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings. On the road, they got Kansas City, they got the Chargers, they got the Bucks, they got the Commanders, the Aints, the Browns, the Lions, Vikings, and Packers.
That's not a tough schedule at all. I see a lot of W's in that schedule. I might need to revamp mine, host. I might want to say 9 and 8. I give them 9 wins.
That's playoff.
Cause hey, I heard the Raiders in there. I know that's a W for them.
Thou shall not come against the Raiders.
I can't say anything, host, because unlike Ben Roethlisberger, Justin Fields is undefeated against the Raiders in Las Vegas. So I can't say anything.
What has been done to you, man?
You don't understand the years of torment I've had to endure at the hands of y'all Steelers fans, bro.
Hey,
you
bro.
Just don't know.
We do.
Like, it ain't never just one of y'all, bro. It's always like 5 or 6 of y'all. Y'all
we
like
travel in
one
packs.
time,
That's
bro.
for sure. No, we travel in packs.
Oh man.
I thought I was gonna get a Steeler Raider thing. You know, I step out of that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
It's his last day. I'm trying to be civil, host.
I got you.
So since you're trying to be civil, can you admit that Franco didn't catch that ball?
You ain't got nothing good to say. Don't say nothing at all.
I think looking at their schedule,
oh snap!
I say they can go 7-10.
17. I say 17. Yeah. Street say 9. We say 9-8.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them 9 and 8.
Damn, Street. The Street usually be the hard one.
They get 6 more wins out of this.
Okay.
You know how the NFL go, man.
What you got, Deuce?
I'm gonna go 8 and 9. I think they could go 9 and 8, but that one game, I'm gonna say they're gonna lose just from being the Bears. So I'm gonna go 8 and 9. But I do think they're gonna be
embarrassed.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be a lot better. I think there's offensive guard from Florida, Osiris Torres. I think he is a perfect guy to bring in and pair with Penei on that right side, which would be perfect for them. So
the dude that never gave up a single sack in his collegiate career.
Yep.
Yeah.
Swiping too. Yeah,
you need to put on silver and black, bro.
He ain't never lied. I damn sure take him, boy.
Yeah.
Holy smoke.
Yeah.
The Bears gonna snatch. I think the Bears might snatch him though. If they smart.
They should.
They should, yo. Like real talk. They should really go for him. Holy hell, that'll be something. You hear that, Nate Dogg? Nate Dogg in the Real Sports Group, man. He's the only Bear fan. He's the only Bear fan. Old Nate Dogg, man. Good luck to you. 7 wins for me. Well, I see. And that's good because y'all only won 3 last year. So. Yeah. I mean, that's a big – all our records is a big compliment to the Bears. Trust me. All of them because they suck. All right, man. Let's go to the next one here. The NFL Commissioner, Roger Goodell, He held a news conference on Tuesday at the conclusion of the annual league meeting to address a number of topics, including the potential flexing of games on Thursday Night Football in the future and updates on the potential sale of the Washington Commanders. NFL team owners discussed the possibility of flexing games held later in the season from Sunday to Thursday during the league meeting in Phoenix, but they were unable to come to an agreement and tabled those talks. They tabled those talks for further discussion in May. Asked about the impact that would have on ticket holders and fans planning trips with specific game days in mind, Goodell noted the importance and care in the league would always has placed on any type of flex scheduling changes with consideration to all fans. And he said this, and I quote, "This isn't anybody in that there isn't anybody in that room, anybody in any organizations who don't put our fans first," Goodell said. "It's really important. Obviously, providing the best matchups for our fans is part of what we do. That's a part of what I think our scheduling has always focused on, and flex has been a part of it. We are very judicious with it, and we are very careful with it, and we look at all of the impacts of that." Before we go into the Washington selling, we got to think about this Thursday game with Goodell. Because me personally, I always say it, and y'all know my saying, Thursday night sucks. It does. Thursday night games is terrible. And I've been saying it ever since they've been doing it. Like, what in the world are they doing on Thursdays? It's always trash games. It's the Indianapolis Colts versus the Rams or the Jets versus the Bears. It's always something. It just, y'all notice that on Thursdays? Mm-hmm. Y'all get dreadful, like, oh my God, like, can we get a competitive game on Thursdays?
I agree.
Yeah, I think this past
I'm
year
let the fellas go first.
I think this past year was the worst. I think that's why it's such a moment right now. It's because last year was terrible. I think most of those games were, I think they all went under on their lines, and it just wasn't any scoring. They were bad. But I think that has a lot to do with the short turnaround for some teams, man. And those guys having to play so quick. But I don't know if this changes much. So
That's not gonna change at all.
You don't think it changed all Street?
Nah, it's big money, man. They in the business to make money, and that's why he's being a little disingenuous when he say, "I care about the fans flexing the game." It's one thing to flex a game off of a TV, like if I'm sitting here going to watch a game and they flex it. But if you go into the game and they're gonna flex the game from Sunday to Thursday, and you already bought your tickets, I think they're thinking that there's more people watching the game that's coming to the game. So that's probably how you look at it. I got more fans that's going to watch the game on Thursday. So the fans that bought the ticket and had intentions on coming to that game on that day, they flex it out and put it on another day. I'd rather lose, I guess, a few 100,000 than the millions that's going to watch it on TV. That's probably one way of watching it, or one way of thinking about it. But I don't see it changing. And if they're going to keep it this way, I think they should increase the rosters, man. You got to get more players on the teams.
Good
because
point.
It's a quick turnaround. You hear the players a lot of times say after a Sunday game, they're not really feeling like themselves until about Wednesday, as it is, really able to get up and start getting back into the swing of things. And then you got to have a game on Thursday. I'm like, wait a minute. So I think it's really tough on the players. But if you're not going to change it, increase the rosters. But I don't think the NFL want to spend that type of money.
Ooh, increase the roster. I ain't never thought about that. It's a good idea. I never thought about that. That's crazy. Mr. President.
Normally I'm the biggest fan of Thursday night football games, like me personally. Being on the East Coast, trapped between two football markets in the Panthers and Washington, I don't really get to see my beloved Raiders that often unless they're playing on Thursday night football. And I've had hella memories of great games that the Raiders have played on Thursday night, like beating that team with a good barbecue in 2014, or the endless game with Crabtree A few years later and whatnot. So like I normally am all for Thursday night, but I am adamantly against this idea for multiple reasons, and it all stems from primarily being a fan. Like Wall Street said, it's one thing if you're flexing a game from 1 p.m. on Sunday to 8 p.m. on Sunday. Like that's really not much of a change. But from a fan's perspective, people got jobs, man. People work. You know what I'm saying? So it's a huge inconvenience to the fan for me to carve out and pay all this money to go to a game on Sunday, so that way I can still go to work and support my family. So now y'all move this game to a weeknight where I probably will struggle to get that day off and not really be able to enjoy the game because I still got to get up and go to work the next day.
Yeah.
So from the everyday fan perspective, it's not convenient. And also from the player's perspective, like Wall Street mentioned again, to piggyback off of my man, that's a short turnaround, man. That's not good for the players. You end up with injured teams, with players that are either less than 100% or having to start backups because the roster is so beat up, especially when you start getting later into the season. But like the OJ said, man, for the love of money, Amazon paid a ton of money for this Thursday night package, and they want the best games on their platform. So that's just how it is. I don't know. I'm adamantly against it. I don't think they should be able to flex Thursday night games, to be honest. But the benefit of it is, at least if you're a team, a fan like me, having a Thursday night gives you at least one opportunity where you'll be able to see your favorite team play football. But other than that, it's not really too much benefit to it.
So do they just need to just cancel the Thursday night games? I mean, I know they can now because they signed a big contract with Amazon.
In the perfect world, if they really cared about the players, then I would say yes. But we know they don't really care about the players.
No, they don't.
It's a lot of lip service. So I would say it's not going to be canceled. And if anything, they're trying to make more games. They're not trying to go. They're trying to put more games on the players.
Because Goodell did say that he want 20. He want 20 games.
Yeah,
that'd be overkill, bro.
Overkill, bro.
And I know Amazon wasn't happy about the teams that played on their Thursday nights last year. They couldn't be happy about those games.
I'm telling you, they suck.
They had to say something. Them games were terrible, man.
Yeah.
That week one game with the team with the good barbecue and the Chargers, that one was damn good. I mean, I'm just like, when I think about Amazon Thursday Night Football, the first game that comes to mind was like that abysmal, and I do mean absolutely abysmal, Broncos and Colts game that we had to sit through. It was like nothing but field goals.
Was that not terrible?
That was garbage.
Yeah, it was so bad. Like I think Baker Mayfield won a game or something like that. The team was so bad.
They had to be bad for that.
It had to be bad for Baker could be in there for 4 days and get a win.
Hey man, we got cheated. We got cheated, bro. That's good. That was a low blow right there, boy. But I'm gonna say this. I agree with what Mark said, man. We got jobs, yo. And those games go a little bit out the distance. Let them know we got to stay up for a Sunday night game, especially if it's our team. Like if the Steelers playing, I'm pretty sure in Central Time, Deuce is gonna stay up to watch his squad.
7:20.
You know what I'm saying? And the Cowboys with Street. I know Street gonna stay up all night to watch his squad. You know what I'm saying? And we Raider fans, boy, we get a Sunday night. I know, and I got to get up 2 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So this is like, bro, I mean, the Thursday night game, man. I don't, as fans, before they hit it, I'm like, oh man, this was up, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want it because I'm a football fan. But now it's just like, now that you got it, it's just like, ugh. Like, this is what you give us?
It's almost quality over quantity. Like, yeah, I'm getting more football games, but
they're not quality.
At least I'm getting more throughout the week, but they're bad football games.
Yeah.
So
sorry teams.
In turn, you don't even want to watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Like Carolina versus the Redskins. Well, the Commanders. I'm like,
The one thing I'll say to this too, this is the one benefit to Amazon having Thursday Night Football. when it was still on NFL Network and CBS and Fox and all that kind of stuff, one of the negatives was if the game didn't sell a certain amount of tickets, the NFL would black out the game in that local market. So if you weren't going to the game, you couldn't even watch the game at home because they were showing like a football life or something like that instead. So, I mean, I guess if you're Goodell, well, hey, if we flex it, not as many people will be able to physically show up, but at least they'll be able to still watch it if they have
Very true.
Amazon. But
Very true. Very true.
It still doesn't make this any sweeter. I think Thursday night games should just be saved for Dallas on Thanksgiving, if you ask me.
Yeah, because the Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving, so why not? I'm with that. The Jets and the Jags was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, that was one of the best goddamn games.
But that's bad that the Jets and the Jags was the best game on Thursday we got all year.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. But that's terrible. That's terrible, man. Every time I look at that schedule when it's Thursday game, I'm like,
yeah, because those are not marquee teams.
No, my God, man. I want to see Cincinnati versus the Vikings or Dallas versus.
There you go, host.
You know, I mean, give me a good game, bro. Like you got my attention. I gotta go to work, but you get my attention. I'm gonna support it. But then when you give me this, I'm like, oh God. I won't even watch it.
Hey,
now with the show, I gotta watch it now because I got the show now. So I gotta watch it. So I gotta sit through this. I gotta analyze this. I gotta get my iPad and go through and make notes for this. Jesus Christ! All right, man. Snyder. Let's talk about old Snyder, man. Goodell also commented on the potential sale of the Commanders as well as the still ongoing investigation by attorney Mary Jo White, hired by the NFL in February 2022, into workplace misconduct allegations against the club and owner Daniel Snyder. Snyder has owned the franchise since 1999. Snyder's wife, Tanya, blah, 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 blah. Toxic work culture. Y'all know about that. Goodell did not provide specifics due to both the sale and White's investigation still being in progress. But he has steadfast in his determination that the NFL will share White's findings regardless of if she completes her report before or after potential sale of the team. Oh, Lord. This is going a whole... The commission also spoke of the most... Okay, he's going too far now. Okay. All right, so I'll read this with Goodell. No, I won't read that because he's talking about Brian Flores. Okay. So, Mark, young Mark, you know about this. You more depth into this Washington Commanders sale of Daniel Snyder. Now, what exactly, in your point of view, is going on here? Enlighten us.
I'm trying to put my emotions to the side real quick because I'm honestly really. This whole situation really fires me up. I'm gonna get to that in a second, but
Get fired up, bro. Get crunked up.
In unbiased perspective, he's trying to sell the team because the heat is on him pretty bad because of all the off the field issues that are going on, and not to mention he hasn't put together a good product on the field. The Washington fan base is incredibly disgruntled. Nobody within that organization that's a fan of that team likes Snyder or any of the moves that he has made since he's taken over, from the horrible coaching hires to reaching for quarterbacks, being overly involved with the team. It's just not been good. That aside, the part that really fires me up about this, and it's not just limited to football, but just American sports in general, it really pisses me off how these owners can do some of the most foul things out there. You know, we saw what the dude owned the Clippers. We saw what the dude owned the Suns.
The Panthers,
Jerry Richardson down in Carolina.
Yep.
You can do all this incredibly effed up stuff, like racial slurs, sexual misconduct, all that kind of stuff. If that were to happen to any of the four of us, we would be facing some serious consequences where our reputation be down the drain. We lose all our money, possibly our job, everything.
Yeah.
But if you're the owner of an American sports franchise, you can literally do whatever you want to do, no matter how effed up it is, and still walk away from it, pocketing billions of dollars. That does not sit well with me. Like Snyder, old dude from the Clippers, Richardson down in Carolina, And especially that dude with the Suns. Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
There
yeah,
is
yeah.
no reason why you should be making any kind of profit off of this if you going out like this. Like you literally are being forced to sell your team because the PR hit is so bad on you. And again, to speak to the toxicity of Washington specifically, y'all was so deep in the trenches, y'all had to dig up dirt on another team that had nothing to do with y'all, throw them into the fire, and hope that the distraction of what was going on with them was going to be enough to take all the heat and attention off of y'all. And it
Right.
did not work.
Right.
And now, being a Raiders fan, you done messed up my team for the foreseeable future, trying to cover up your own mess. And that's just not right, man. I feel like if an owner is being dishonorably discharged, to borrow a term from the military, there is no reason why they should be netting that big of a profit. Like I feel like 90% of whatever they make off of the sale of that team should go either back into the league, back into that team that they're selling, or to some type of charitable organization. The owner should not be pocketing that much damn money off of doing some foul stuff like that. I'm off my soapbox now.
Well said. Well said. Deuce.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's much left for me to say. I mean, I think Mark covered all the bases, especially on the part of those guys not being able to profit off of the sale. I mean, especially with the racial slurs and things like that. For example, with Kyrie Irving, the list of demands that they gave him just to play basketball again. They don't give that to these owners. They give them a check for X amount of dollars for what their organization is worth, and they ride off into the sunset, and we never hear from them again. They get banned from life, from going to any games, and that's about it. But I think it's definitely time for them to change ownership. I hope Magic and that group gets a chance to actually get their hands on this and see if they're actually going to let some black owners come into the NFL, because I just don't see why not. I don't see why it's 2023 and it's yet to happen. If we're going to talk about the change that we want to make and all those things in the NFL, let's actually do it. All the symbolic stuff, it's time out for that. So. When they actually start making those changes and giving a couple brothers a chance to do it who have every qualification to do it. Magic's done it on the biggest stages before. So I don't see why they wouldn't at least give them a shot. You know what I mean?
Well said, brother. Well said by both of y'all. Matter of fact, Rock, where Rock at? Where he at? Rock said that same thing. I hope Magic Johnson team gets the team or the billionaire from Canada. Like, got him.
Yeah, Smiley, it's my last day, bro.
Smiley, what up, Smiley? Drew to the game. The machine don't like change. It's very true. Exactly what Deuce said. Drew to the game. Drew to the game is in the building. Man, Deuce sound like he's running for president. Damn. That was well said there, brother. All right, Street. You on.
Yeah, man. First of all, host, I gotta stop y'all Raider fans from blaming even though I hate the Commanders, y'all gotta stop blaming them for y'all bigoted franchise, way of thinking, the way y'all coaches were thinking. The Redskins just exposed y'all for
Wait a minute, bigoted.
You know what I mean?
We hired a black coach.
No, I'm talking
can I respond to him
I'm
real
talking
quick?
about Gruden.
Sure.
He was a bigot. You know what I mean? He
Wall
reminded me of
Street.
Archie Bunker.
Oh, yeah.
Wall Street.
Yeah, he was a bigot.
In defense of the Raiders, and this is another reason why I blame Washington for that specific situation. Those emails came out years ago. If you had a copy of those emails and saw them, why didn't you bring that to the forefront immediately when it happened instead of sitting on them for years and trying to use it as shade and cover to cover your own tail?
I think people just don't erase their emails. You know what I mean? Some people, I got hundreds of emails I ain't erased.
Me too.
You know what I mean? And then when the investigation happened, oops, you know, it just popped him. You know what I mean? So
It got his ass.
like I say, he was a bigot. He got exposed. My mom always told me what's done in the dark
Got
comes
him.
to the light. And that's what happened to him, man. So you gotta stop blaming the Redskins for your own missteps. You know what I mean? Even though I mean the Commanders, you know what I mean? Even though I hate the Commanders,
I say
I
it
got
too,
no
bro.
love for them.
I say the Redskins too. Had the hell with it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you know, y'all gotta stop that, man. You know, I just don't agree with that, host. And what else were we going over, host? I lost my train of thought there for a second. We talk about the Raiders.
Daniel Snyder and
Oh, yeah.
And the selling
I think the
the
commissioner must get a black owner in there, man. It gotta happen now. It's either now or never, man. These guys in the good old network, they're getting a lot older now, but these teams don't come up for sale very often. They really don't.
Very true.
The last 3 times, you know, it's been some missteps by owners before. You know, they had to make missteps to release the team. So I think Roger Goodell got to do everything he can to break through that good old board network and get us a black owner in there. Especially in Chocolate City, man. If no place, DC is the place that should have a black owner. You know, so
the Wall Street in defense of that though, you do realize the commissioner can push for it all he wants, but before somebody can claim ownership of a team, they have to be approved by the 31 other owners in the NFL. So you got to get some owners, some other owners on your side to support that, because I think
that's the commissioner's job, though. He got to get in and rub some. He got to get in them back corners and talk.
He can't, because he worked for the owners. The owners are who renews his contract every couple of years.
He can still influence, even though he worked for him. You can still
he can be an influence.
He can be an influence to him.
That's why I think Magic is probably one of the best candidates, you know, that we gonna get. I mean, you know, Magic's one of the few guys that, you know, I hate to say it, but some people just don't see him
as black, right?
and see him as a brother. You know, I mean, obviously,
I know exactly what
he
you're
is,
talking about.
but you know, he's Magic Johnson.
He's
you know
Magic,
what I mean? Before anything else, you know, people see him as Magic, and I think that's gonna give us the best option or the best chance to get into into the organization, man. Yeah. And it's sad that we have to think that way and, you know, plan and pick who it's gonna be and who, you know, but
y'all think Jay-Z can get in there? You know, he's doing the halftime show and things like that. They just said he's worth 2 point something billion. You think he can get the group together to?
I don't know, man. I still think people got that initial picture of Jay and who he was coming in. You know, I don't think they see the business mogul as much. I think
the Jay, drug dealer Jay.
Yeah. You know, white tee, Yankey brim, Jay-Z. You know,
especially the older Z owners Jay-Z. Are. They probably see him like that.
So I think that's what it is. But it's just sad.
Basketball, he can get away with it. Basketball, yeah.
Right.
The football,
different. There's a lot of young owners in basketball too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, younger than Jay.
I think if we had more ownership, like the Rooneys or like Al Davis specifically, we would have a better opportunity for something like this. But I mean, this ain't no shade, Wall Street. But if you got people like the McNairs and, you know, Jerry Jones and his stance on the whole kneeling situation, I just don't know, man.
It's gonna be hard.
Smiley said these teams are way past down to family members. It's a legacy thing for most teams. The Steelers, the Giants, the Raiders,
I mean, but can you blame them? Smiley, can you blame them? I mean, if you had a multi-billion-dollar business, you would want to keep that in the family too, to keep that generational wealth going. So,
but
they
can't
blame the
family.
Yeah, they playing the right game for them, obviously.
But we talked about this before. The Steelers, they're the number one. I mean, the Rooneys.
That's a gold standard of sports.
Oh hell yeah, that's the top of the echelon right there. Keeping it in the family, the Rooneys. Oh man, that's crazy. I'd rather Benzino or Jay-Z team.
Benzo.
Benzo Jay-Z team to bid on the Deadskins. That'll be something if Jay-Z. But I agree with what Deuce said. His image won't be. The NFL and the NBA, of course, 2 different sports, but man, you're talking about 2 different beasts.
But he already has his foot in there talking to the commissioner. He has the commissioner ear already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, let me tell this real quick too.
Mm-hmm.
Because Deuce brought up something interesting earlier, like how people perceive Magic Johnson. Do you think people might be able to look at LeBron and be like, LeBron could be a good candidate because they might not see him that way? I mean, he
Absolutely.
still got
He
his
gonna own a
haters, but
basketball team.
Absolutely. That's the thing.
why not own both?
He's a Cowboys fan.
I mean, if you see if Jerry is selling the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Gotta
he's a
have
Cowboys.
No, ain't no way, bro.
You think y'all making money now? Sell LeBron James the Cowboys and watch what happens.
Jeez. The money.
Stephen Jones. That's Stephen Jones' team.
Yeah. I don't think that's ever gonna leave the Jones family, bro.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Nah. Ooh, boy, imagine the money though. LeBron James owning the Cowboys. My God, that's gonna be insane.
I'd buy a jersey.
I don't know about that.
Go ahead.
I don't know about that one, goddamn, but God damn.
I just wanted that reaction.
I feel you. All right, Buffalo Bills head coach. There we go. This is two subjects, but we're going to consolidate this in one. Shout out to everybody in the live chat that's watching us live right now, man. We appreciate you guys watching. Hey, man, while you're there looking at our ugly faces, man, give us a thumbs up. We got Damian Carter down here in the building, man. Damian Carter. From Coach Carter. There's Damian Carter right there.
Get out that pool, man. Get out the pool. Don't do it.
Damian Carter, get out of that pool. I just want to play for you, sir. I love that movie, man.
I ain't seen that in a while.
Word.
It's a good one.
Oh, man. The Buffalo Bills have dominated the AFC East division since 2020. However, the division streak could be broken by the Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets beefing up their rosters this offseason. With Miami trading for all-pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey and to New England signing Juju Smith-Schuster and Aaron Rodgers intending to play for the New York Jets, there's plenty of talent being loaded into the AFC East. Bills head coach Sean McDermott is aware of Buffalo's opponents getting better during free agency, speaking with NFL's network, Judy Batista, who has been very busy. Judy Batista at the annual league meeting on Saturday. McDermott opened up about the division improving in 2023. He said this, and I quote, yeah, we have a tremendous amount of respect for them, McDermott said, not only at the coach level, but at the talent level they've been able to acquire. You look across the division, and to your point, it's impressive. So we have to make sure we continue to reinvent ourselves to stay on top of the division. As the first step to compete in the AFC East this season, General Manager Brandon Beane signed new players and brought back familiar faces. Buffalo signed former Patriots running back Damian Harris, extended linebackers Matt Milano's contract, and re-signed cornerback Dane Jackson and returned Pro Bowl safety Jordan Poyer. With Poyer being back, McDermott shared what it means having the 11-year safety commanding Buffalo's defense, and he said this, and I'll be finished. Leadership right away, McDermott said. The edge of our defense when Jordan plays, we have a certain edge to us, and that's a great quality that a player can add that to a team in addition to what he already exists in the X's and the O's doing his job. That edge, that dog he adds to our defense is well known. All right, man, let's talk about Buffalo in the AFC East division, man. Street. Buffalo, this AFC East is getting tough. Jalen Ramsey going to the Dolphins. Buffalo, they re-signing, of course, Dane Jackson, and they getting Damian Harris from New England. New England getting Juju Smith-Schuster, and the Jets possibly getting Aaron Rodgers. So where do you see Buffalo coming out of this division? Because Buffalo has been the dogs for the past 2-3 years now. They've been on top of that division. Is it changing now?
Yeah, man, I think there's a new sheriff in town now, man. You know, especially if Rodgers come on to the Jets. If Rodgers come to the Jets, I'm gonna pick the Jets to be number one in that division. Buffalo, to me, man, I don't understand why they won't go out and get a running back. I really don't understand why they want to go out and get a running back. I think it'll help balance Josh Allen, stop him from running so much. It'll balance their offense out. I just don't think they run the ball enough. I don't know if it's the fact of their running back or if it's just the fact of their play calling. You know, it just seemed like they just abandoned the run far too early for me. They're not consistent with the run. It was big for them to bring back Poyer. I like that. I think that was solid for them, even though they did lose their linebacker Edmund. I think it was big for them to get Poyer back. I like them, but I just like the Jets just a little bit more. I think with Rodgers, the Jets defense, and their running game and their commitment to the run, I just give them the edge. You know, I give them the edge over the Bills. And to me, they may be third if the Dolphins do something at quarterback. You know, if they can figure out what they want to do at quarterback, man, I could see the Dolphins leapfrogging them, man. So I think they really need to tighten up. I think if this all can change if they go in there and commit to the run a lot more. Commit to the run. It'll help the defense out. I think it'll balance out the offense. But I think it all starts with their philosophy on offense.
Well said there, Mr. President. Before that, Rock says Josh Allen equals young Big Ben.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But Big Ben always had a running back, though.
Yeah.
Big Ben won, man. I'm not going there. Go ahead,
Mark. Big Ben also had the bus. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, Mark.
Baltimore traded Lamar. He trying to stay away now.
I think I hope last season was a wake up call for the Bills organization. They were that team in 2021, but 2022 humbled them and brought them back down to earth. I think even without all the speculated moves and what teams need to do, last year should have shown them like, yo, y'all can be had. Tua went up there, gave them a run for their money. The Dolphins beat them down in Miami in the heat. Joe Burrow had that game pretty much over and done with in the first quarter. And we're not even going to talk about how the week before, Miami went up there with literally no quarterback and almost came away with the victory on them. So I think the Bills definitely need to use this as a wake-up call. Like, yo, we got to make some moves to improve this team so that way we can get to where we want to get to. I agree with what everybody said. I feel like they need to add a running back to get a running game going to help Josh Allen out. And then also, like, try to tweak that defense and get some help, especially the secondary, because they were riddled with injuries throughout the secondary all year last year, and that came back to bite them. So if they can improve on those two things, I feel like they can get back to that 2021 form. But without a doubt, man, they definitely gotta add this as fuel to the fire and wake up, because if they don't, man, the division's gonna pass them by. I think even New England could surpass Buffalo next year if they don't improve these things.
Sheesh. Okay.
I don't want to go that far, Mark.
Yeah, you reach for it, but
New England got an offensive coordinator this year, so
you believe in Mac Jones?
Yeah, because when Mac Jones had an offensive coordinator, he led New England to the playoffs. When he did not have an offensive coordinator, they suffered. He suffered. They got an offensive coordinator again, so I feel like they're gonna be somewhat back to form.
Okay. Carson Wentz, man, have one good year. Fall off.
He said Carson Wentz. God damn.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna go that far with it now.
All right. Deuce.
Yeah. So it's something about Buffalo. They're good, but they don't ever scare me. Like, they don't ever make me feel like they're just gonna make this run. Like, I just feel like they're gonna run out of gas or start leaking oil somewhere, you know. And yeah, they definitely need a running back, but at the same time, Josh Allen turns the ball over a lot. You know, like we don't talk about it, but he turns the ball over a lot. Whether it's, he's running and he's fumbling, or he's
fumbles, yeah,
throwing these picks, and some of them are tipped and things like that. But nevertheless, we get on Dak about it all the time. We talk about Dak throwing the ball to the other team all the time. Josh Allen does it as well. But as far as the division goes, I can see them being probably second. I think they're just talented enough to stay second. But they could fall to third, man. Especially like you said, if Miami figures out what they're going to do, if they're going to run with Tua and let him roll, or if they're going to, speculation of trading for Lamar, or whatever it's going to be, whatever they're going to do at quarterback. But if A-Rod comes over, it's going to be rough.
It's going to be rough.
It's going to be rough. Because, with them coming in with that defense as well, it's going to be tough to beat them.
Yeah.
I don't agree with Mark. I don't think the Patriots are going to be that good personally. But I think Miami and the Jets have enough firepower to go in there and battle with Josh Allen and go up there to Orchard Park and play with those people.
Matt, Rock said Mac Jones not the best quarterback in his organization. I'm rolling with Zappy.
Yeah, I agree.
Man, that boy, he came in. He did pretty good though.
Yeah, he did.
But he got benched for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
they tried to go in with Zappy, and Zappy eventually got benched. So
politics.
He went in for a spell, as the old school say. He went in for a spell. They put him out, but Mac Jones is the dude. I mean, we all know that, but I agree with everybody saying, bro. I mean, I think, and everybody like, Aaron Rodgers, man. Without Aaron Rodgers, the Jets look good. For what they done right now, and I don't know where the Jets getting all this money from, but holy hell, like they are loading up.
It's the benefit to not being so bad that you can't really sign the big name free agents like that.
Yeah, but I agree with what Deuce and what Street was saying. If Rodgers come over, man, I'm not saying he's just gonna just come in and just dominate, but man, he's gonna be up there because I mean, he ain't really got to do that. He ain't got to really work too hard, man. He got some young talent. You got I think the Jets had the 5th best defense last year. Yeah. You got Sauce, rookie, defensive rookie of the year. Like, the Jets is looking. The Jets is looking like contenders. They're just literally a quarterback away, and why not get a 4-time MVP? Yeah, people gonna be like, man, Rodgers. He went 13-3, 3 years in a row. He went to the NFC Championship game. He just can't get it done. But the dude got talent, bro. And I know he's a drama queen, and I know he holds up the NFL year in, year out. He's gonna retire. He's gonna play. We already know that. But man, a guy that high caliber of a quarterback going to the Jets. That's scary, bro. Buffalo. It sounds like McDermott got a little nervousness in his system, and he better be. Because he can get knocked out that high horse. And then Street said something about the Dolphins. The Dolphins can too, because the Dolphins wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, they literally had no quarterback at all and almost won that playoff game.
They went 9-8.
They went 9-8, exactly.
With Tua in and out of the lineup and starting 3-4 different quarterbacks in the season. I think that's a successful 9-8.
Yeah, and I'm not a
Tua fan. Option too.
Yeah, I'm not a Tua fan like that, but the guy, he wins. He's a winner. Yeah. When he's in, they win. So I mean, and I like it. You got the AFC West is supposedly, stacked, but they, that kind of was a little off last year. But now this AFC East, if Aaron Rodgers, I'm telling you, if he goes there, man, whoa. What a NFC East we gonna have? That's gonna be out the chain. But Street said something earlier about running back. I think Deuce did too. Hall of Famer Jim Kelly believes Bills need to get quarterback Josh Allen some running back help. Josh can't do everything by himself. Having quarterbacked the Buffalo Bills to 4 Super Bowl appearances while playing alongside Hall of Famers at running back and wide receiver, Jim Kelly knows what it's like to have a quality supporting cast. The Hall of Famer and Bills legend believes that current Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen needs a bit more help around him, particularly in the running game. He said this, and I quote, "Josh can't do everything by himself. I hope they find a way to get a star running back," he told the Rochester News this week. Since Allen was selected by the Bills in the first round 2018, Buffalo hasn't produced a 1,000-yard rusher. A bell cow back has seemingly been on the Buffalo's wish list throughout Allen's tenure, but as Kelly hinted, perhaps it's been the Bills' offensive approach more than anything that kept opportunities down for the backs. I always thought Devin Singletary was pretty good. I just didn't think we used him enough, Kelly said. Running back James Cook is entering his second season as the Patriots rusher, and Damian Harris is joining the mix to lead the Bills running back core. Is Jim Kelly right? From what he said about Josh? Yeah.
I think he's spot on, man.
I think he is too. And I think we said this a couple of shows ago. If they're going to continue to run Josh Allen like this, I'm telling you, it's not going to be good because, again, 2 years ago, we seen what San Francisco did to Deebo Samuel. They ran and ran and ran and ran. Then he came to Green Bay, and Green Bay smashed him. And he got hurt. You know, it can't. It's kind of like
He's a big target, man.
Yeah. But it's kind of like what the WWE does. They got something good, they continue to go at it. That's why they keep doing those barricade spots. In WWE, y'all somehow always get speared through the barricade. Okay, it looked cool at one time, and then now every week speared through the barricade.
Talk to him.
Speared to the barricade. It's always happening. Okay, so now with 49ers, Kyle Shanahan. Oh, let's run Deebo. Oh, man, that was great. Oh, let's run Deebo again. Oh, that's great again. Let's run Deebo. And guess what? The next game, all right, you know what? They're going to run Deebo. And bam, he get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Jim Kelly is on. I think, and what Street said, I don't understand why Buffalo don't go get a premier running back, which they need to. And they need to protect Josh Allen a little bit more. Because if not, their franchise quarterback will get hurt very, very bad. He will get the way he runs, because he runs so hard.
And that career short like Cam Newton career.
Absolutely.
I think he's got to protect himself too, though, host.
That's very true, sir.
I think you got to get down. I mean, luckily he's been kind of slippery in a sense for being how big he is. Like he's been able to, turn and get himself out of some bigger hits that I think he could have took. But he's got to learn to get down too. I understand you 6'6", 6'7", or whatever, 6'5", 6'6", whatever he is, but somebody go catch you one of these days.
Somebody go catch you slipping, bro. I'm telling you, the same way with Deebo. I'm telling you, Green Bay was on him, bro. Green Bay was on him big time, and they knew where he was coming from. So they knew exactly where he come from. Due to the game, says Jim Kelly is correct. Forcing your quarterback to run than pass when you have weapons makes no sense. Bills will be better with Damian Harris. They should be better. If your team is lacking in an area, address it until it's fixed. Some teams like to not provide help for the team. Just stay relevant. Another topic for another day.
You know what that was referring to?
I was about to say, this sounds pretty
Yes, due to the game is shooting shots here, man.
You notice I ain't stopped smiling since he brought up Jim Kelly, mentioning any of the running back. I mean, I'm saying not to boast and brag, but if anybody know what it's like to have a Hall of Fame running back, back there with him is Jim Kelly. You know what I'm saying? He got to be blessed with the greatness of Thurman Thomas. I think Thurman Thomas went to Oklahoma State. I might be wrong.
I knew where he was going. Thurman Thomas wasn't. I mean, he went on.
He's a fumbler.
Hey, bro.
He's a fumbler. Yeah, Butterfield.
Hey, man. Thurman Thomas slander will not be tolerated around these parts. Right? We don't talk bad about the Cowboys around here.
I mean, he danced 4 times, but that was about it.
But I think it's spot on, though. I think, like you guys said, they need to address that position. It's funny because like every time we mention the Bills needing a running back, I know Josh Allen won't even in the league yet, but I can't help but think at one point y'all had Marshawn Lynch and traded him, and notice how they really ain't had like a premier running back since then, yo. I just found that so crazy, but it's plenty of running back talent in the draft coming up. So I think if they can make some moves, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't be mad at them trading up to try to get a Bijan Robinson, you know what I mean, or somebody else. So I think they definitely need to do that if they want to take that next step and try to defend their division crown.
What about a Jahmyr Gibbs? What about a guy like that?
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Who can run in between the tackles, but he's a pass threat as well.
I wouldn't be mad at it. The one area I would probably focus on if I'm Buffalo and scouting a running back is, that Jaylen Warren, Ezekiel Elliott trait of like, you can run, but you also are very good at pass protection as well.
Yeah.
Whatever extra protection I can give to Josh Allen to help keep him upright and keep him off the injury report, I'm all for it. So if you can not only run the ball and take the pressure off of him that way, but then also like be good enough to keep defenders off of him on a blitz and whatnot, sign me up. Shout out Jaylen Warren from the Steelers. Best pickup in a long time for them.
Shout out to him.
The Steelers just picked up somebody. Who was it?
Keanu Neal.
Keanu Neal. That's right.
Didn't he play for the Falcons?
Yeah.
And Cowboys. Play for the Cowboys too.
Went to Florida too. But
Yeah.
You're a hard hitter. You're a hard hitter.
I didn't know they made football players on the Florida. Let's move.
I think it was a safety one.
really?
Yeah, you was safety for y'all, Street. Where you go, Street? Where you go?
I'm not there.
Can't see you.
Oh man, I don't know. Let me come out and come in here.
All right. But yeah, that's a good pickup for Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah.
It brings that hard hitter mentality.
Terrell wound up leaving us. Hurt my heart. He went over to Philly. So we had to replace that other safety.
And to go real quick, and this may start a campfire, but Josh Allen is the next best thing to Ben Roethlisberger, because yo, let me tell you, man, Big Ben was the truth, bro. That's just one dude you're not gonna tackle. Like they I know, Mark, I know, but you got to give this man credit, bro. You cannot
Mark.
get that joker down, bro.
Mark, tell the
that
truth.
dude is the
On your last
master.
day.
He's the master of extending plays, bro. He is the master of it. He is, bro.
On your last day, it would do you justice to tell the truth, Mark.
Ben Roethlisberger was the best quarterback on the field in Super Bowl 43. I'll never be able to deny that. Yeah. That's one game.
Street.
Yes, sir.
I'll take
Do you agree? You agree with that? Josh Allen is the next best thing, like the second coming of Ben Roethlisberger. You agree with that?
I can't put him in Ben Roethlisberger category yet, man. Big Ben was a winner. He won early too, man.
Yeah, he did. But what I'm saying, Big Ben is the master of extending plays, bro. Like he.
But Josh is a different type of extender of play. Ben wasn't a runner. Ben didn't scramble like that. He just stayed tall in that pocket, man. You know what I mean? He's just a big dude. And Josh
like
take down and run. Josh got some wheels.
Yeah, but Ben can have like 3 cats on him, and all of a sudden he slides out of it.
That's right.
Brought him off like flies, huh, Mark?
I'm like, how did he do that? It's insane.
It's hard. And holding that ball in one hand without fumbling it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This coming from a Ravens fan. Big Ben was such a headache. Love to watch him play respectively. That's coming from a Baltimore Ravens fan. I'm telling you, Big Ben was the truth, bro. Like,
I appreciate that.
You was not getting him down, man. You was not. Tariq Taylor's in the building. Yeah, Big Ben is equivalent to Paul George in the NBA. Oh, he is shooting a shot.
That. He might mean that's more that might be more like Josh Allen is Paul George.
Yeah, that was a shot.
Big Ben a champion. Paul George ain't no champion.
That's a fact. All right, fellas. We the end of the show. Streets, get your mind right. Young Mark, get your mind right. Let's go.
Me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, we have NBA trivia here. As the champion, the vice president himself, Wall Street, is putting his title on the line. It's we're going into the archives with Young Mark. This is a guy, Young Mark, never challenges for the NBA trivia, but I'm throwing them in the fire today. Throwing them in the fire today. Throwing them in the fire, man.
Yeah, watch
Before I
this,
get
man.
things started, man. Deuce, who you got in this?
Man, I don't know, bro. Both these dudes are my guys, man. I really don't want to pick, but to keep it at home, man. Mark's leaving, so Street keep the title here, baby.
No, I'm about to kick him while he's
Can't
going
let
out
him-
the door, man. I'm about to
Yeah,
kick
we
him
can't let
while
him
he's
walk
going
out.
out.
You'll show him the
Get
door.
vacated.
Yes,
Now we
sir.
gotta have a tournament and battle royale for it, man. Keep it at home, Street.
Man, I ain't got to, man. Got to.
Got to. All right. All right, then. NBA trivia. Here we go. Here we go. Here we gizzy go.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Real 2 Sports NBA Trivia Championship.
All right, man. NBA trivia. 7 questions will be asked. The winner, whoever had the most out of the 7 will be the winner. Wall Street is the champion. Wall Street. This is team oriented. This is team themed. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Street champ. Are you ready?
I'm ready, host.
Here we go. Here we go. What team joined the NBA in 1988?
Okay, 88.
Good Cadillac year.
I know what hopped in my mind right away, but I don't think that was-
Brohams came out 88.
no, not there. Man, this is a tough one. I know what popped in my mind right away. The first thing that popped in my mind,
Give me something.
I'm gonna go with the Charlotte Hornets.
No.
Wow.
All right, Mark, get on the board here. What you got?
That was my first choice as well. So I'm gonna go with my second choice. That team down in the Amway Center, the Orlando Magic.
No. Close. Miami Heat.
Oh God, was it Miami Heat? Wow.
Okay.
Very, very
At
close.
least I was in the right state.
Yeah,
There you go. All right. So it's back on you, champ.
all right.
Which team lost to the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA championship in the 1998-99 season?
I want to say it was the. Oh, this one got me. I want to say, was it the Indiana Pacers?
No, sir. Mark,
I know what it is now. I think.
what team lost to the Spurs in the NBA championship in 98-99?
For the record, man, I was only a year old. Let me see. I know I can eliminate. I don't.
You can do it.
Am I going on a limb? Was that Ewing and the Knicks?
Y'all Mark is on the board.
Oh Lord, let's go.
Yeah.
Y'all Mark is on the board.
The Knicks.
Hey, shout out
boy.
2K TV, man.
That was a short season too. Was that?
It was. That was the
Yeah,
lockout
that was a strike season. Yeah.
So that's very true. That's very
Oh
true.
man.
Yeah.
All right, Street.
I knew it soon. I said, "Let's go."
Mark with the
Let's get back
steal. Mark with the steal. Here we go, Street. What NBA team came back from a 3-1 deficit in the 2015 Western Conference semifinals? I am hitting you all kind
Golden
of stuff.
State Warriors.
No.
What?
Uh-uh.
Oh man.
Mark.
I was sure that was who it was. 2015. What 2K was that? That was 2K16? So who was
Got
on
10
the cover of
seconds.
2K16? Shoot, that was Anthony Davis. Was it the Clippers?
Close.
think I know this. Yep.
The Rockets.
Yeah.
The Clippers was
Rockets beat the
involved in that
Clippers.
shit. Yeah.
The Rockets beat
Oh,
the
you said the
Clippers.
Western Conference Finals.
That's what broke up.
Yeah.
Semifinals.
That's what broke up. Whatchamacallit? The DeAndre Jordan and
Lob City.
Yeah.
There we go.
My guys.
Yes, sir. All right, Street.
Taking a rough one this one, host.
Yeah, you are, man. Come on now.
All right,
now.
we got time. We got time.
What NBA team play at the Target Center?
That would be the Minnesota Timberwolves.
We got a tie game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Street is on the board.
Let's go.
Street is on the board. Tie game. All right, Marcus.
What's up?
It's a tough one. It's tough. This team was originally called the Syracuse Nationals. The uncomfortableism I see. Hit that subscribe button while y'all watching this, man. Turn on that bell for all notifications, man. I got all these from the Real to Sports Podcast Center right here. Back at the camera crew, everybody back there.
The Wizards.
No.
You got me on this one too, host. So I'm just gonna make a geographical guess.
Okay.
Syracuse is up in upstate, so it don't make sense for it to be there. I'm just gonna go with the Knicks.
No.
Oh, God.
Philadelphia
Ain't
76ers.
nowhere near Philadelphia.
Deuce is looking ugly, man. What's going on here, Deuce?
Some tough questions, host.
Tough questions,
At least
man.
that one was.
That one was tough.
I got some tough ones here. Okay. All right. Young Mark is back on you, brother.
All right.
What team plays in the Vivid Center? Vivid Arena. Sorry.
Crap.
Arena.
Because the NBA changed the arena names like it ain't nothing.
You ain't lying about that.
Can I ask for the arena's former name?
Oh, you'll get it in. I know Street will.
Damn.
He want to be the cheat.
What did they? Is it the Heat? Because I know they recently changed their stadium name.
No.
Damn.
All right. Street.
I have absolutely no idea. I'm just gonna guess. I have absolutely no idea. It's not Delta Davis. So I'm gonna go with the Sacramento Kings.
Nah.
Oh God, somebody. The Jazz.
Yeah, I would have never got that. No, sir.
Never would have got it.
Oh boy.
Arena names.
Looks like host wins on this one, boy. Oh.
Yes, sir.
I swear, all of that.
Yeah, dang. Okay. I gotta hit you. I gotta hit y'all again in the mouth. So get ready. Get your goals ready. This is back on you, Mark.
Yes, sir.
And actually, this is actually for the win. Because
Yeah.
it's 1-1. What NBA team plays in a footprint center?
I'm busy, bro. Golly.
Titles on the line.
That's the name of the arena, you saying?
Yes, sir. It seemed like the Deuce that knows. I should have put Deuce in this, huh?
No, I'm Googling while they wait.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, I'm Googling
He doing the J on the track, Uncle Laptop.
Hey, Alexa.
Yeah. Sorry, young Mark. I cannot cheat in trivia.
Damn. This is what I get for playing in the neighborhood on 2K too much, man. Damn.
10 seconds here.
I only know the old name, bro.
3, 2,
I don't know.
All right. Street.
Yeah, host, don't feel bad, Mark, because I have absolutely no idea either. I'm just going to take an educated guess here. The Footprint Center.
This is for the win. You get this right, you win.
I swear, I have no earthly idea. I'm going to say, hey, I'm drawing a blank on the team's names. Let me see. I'm going to go with, just on the guess, man, I'm going to go with, no, it's not them. I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with Sacramento Kings again.
No.
I thought you might try to get me. Phoenix Suns. What the hell?
Phoenix Suns play Footprint. Overtime. The host wins on this one, boy. I swear. Host.
Them arena names, boy, they get me.
Because they change so daggone often, man.
All right, Mark. This is back on you.
All right, bro.
Red, black, purple is won by what team?
Red, black, and purple. There's only one team I could think of with them. Actually, no, it's two. Damn.
10.
I'm gonna go with the Pelicans.
No. Street for the win.
Let's go with the Raptors, baby.
Wall Street remains the champ.
Red, black, and purple. They don't wear purple no more. The uniform is red and white. What?
Yeah, they got some purple uniforms.
Yeah.
I know they throwbacks was like that, but I'm thinking current NBA. Oh, man. Vince Carter, I'm sorry, bro. I'll let you down.
He said, "Bitch, I'll let you down." The Toronto Raptors, man. The Toronto Raptors. They wore the purple. They wore the purple. Hey, man. I still win. The host wins on this one. I beat y'all. How many times I beat? I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I beat you 5.
Host on the roll, man. He done got Perez ran out of town. He done beat us in trivia.
Got him, baby.
Can you bring some of that winning ways over to the Raiders for us real quick?
You know what? I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind doing that. I would sprinkle a whole lot on that. Deuce, man, what you think about this before we get out of here, man? What you think about this trivia, bro?
I mean, hey, sometimes if we were playing blackjack, sometimes the dealer beat you. That's all. You know.
Hold on, host. I actually didn't lose. Now let's get it. I didn't lose, host. It wasn't a pretty win.
And
Sometimes you gotta win
still,
ugly, host.
It's almost nighttime outside.
That was the Broncos win over the Colts on Thursday Night Football. That's what
You better believe it.
Oh, great point, man.
Sometimes you gotta hold on. Sometimes you gotta hold on.
Yeah, that's true, bro. That's true. Wall Street, man, you remain the NBA trivia champion.
Wouldn't have it any other way, man.
Young Mark, man, you put up a fight, man. This is pretty good. This is pretty good, bro.
Good fight.
You did your thing.
Good fight.
Good fight, Mark. Good fight.
Oh,
we know this is out of your realm, huh?
Before we go, I gotta say to the people, it's been a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? This being my last day and all, but I just want y'all to know, I'm actually not going anywhere. It's just an April Fool's joke. So happy April Fool's Day, everybody.
Got him. Got him. Hey, come on, man. This dude is the Lou Gehrig of the Real Sports Podcast. What do you think this dude? Oh my God. I'll be sitting here crying.
You got Wall Street and Deuce, man.
I say Wall Street. Moving up in the world, Mr. President. Well, I'd find me a new vice president, man. It is what it be, man. It is what it be, man. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the show, man, and that's all what we got for today, man. So that's our show for today, man. We appreciate you for watching another episode of the Real the Sports Talk Show, man. We ain't asking for no money unless you want to give it to us. I mean, we can do that, man, but we ain't asking for no money, but we try to keep the lights on, and by doing that, man, you can please be so generous and hit that thumbs up for us. That'll definitely keep the lights on this show because it is expensive, trust me. Trust me, it is expensive, but do us a favor, man. Hit that thumbs up, man, for the podcast panel today. And that's Young Mark, Wall Street, and Deuce, the podcast panel, man. Appreciate you guys again for watching the Real the Sports talk show, man. And also, hitting that thumbs up is very, very important, man, because it tells YouTube, man, who we are. You know what I'm saying? And it lets people around the world know that we are here and we are in the building. So the more thumbs up, the more YouTube will see that, and the more YouTube will push this show out, man. So please, man, please get that thumbs up. It's very, very important to us. All right, man. I got to give it to the closeout, man. I got to give it to the man that you say his name twice, Deuce. Talk to him, man. Tell him what it is. Give him a message. Give him something to close this thing out.
As my boy GC would say, tell your mama.
Oh, he went off. He went off, ladies and gentlemen. He went off. That's okay. I did it for him. You know what? Street, do it for him, Street. Do it for him, Street. How about
sir. Yeah, I just want to tell everybody thank you for checking us out, man. Like the host said, hit the subscribe button, the like button. We would really appreciate y'all. I just want to send a personal gratitude thanks out to my brother-in-law, Derry Taylor, the winner of our bracket. He won $100 in our bracket. There you go,
That's
Derry.
what's up, baby. There you go, baby.
Family bracket we have.
Congratulations, man. You won the Real the Sports Podcast NCAA bracket tournament. That's what's up, man. Deuce, you want to start this thing back over again to him?
Yeah, man, I don't know what happened. I was just
It's all good, baby.
Like my boy GC would say, tell your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your grandpa, your uncle, your cousin, whoever, to come here every Saturday and Tuesday, man. We giving out free jewelry, as they would say, bro. And love to have y'all here, man.
Yes, sir.
Come back.
That's the man. You say his name twice, baby. It's the Deuce. It Deuces is wild. No doubt, man. Appreciate that. Jones Taylor. Stephanie, man, appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. It means a lot to us, man, for that comment, man. It means a lot. Is it Pops? Pops, no doubt, man. Again, man, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much, man, for your loving comments, your support, all that good stuff, man. We highly, highly appreciate it, man. Come back, man. Come on back this Tuesday. We're gonna continue to talk about some NBA and NFL news and rumors, man, on the best podcast panel. I got the best podcast panel right here and on one of the hottest podcasts in the YouTube community right now, man. Come in the live chat, give your opinions and insights on the matter, man. And check us out Tuesday on the Tuesday Night Delight, which is the sports to talk about, man. Coming at you live from YouTube, man. 7:05 Eastern Time, right here, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube, man. We're gonna get out of here. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know who I be. Y'all know who I am, and y'all know who I be. Young Mark.
Yes, sir.
The Deuce. Mr. VP, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah. Flawless victory, man. We'll see y'all Tuesday, man. Don't forget, man, WrestleMania 39 for you wrestling fans. It's live, coming for you live. 7:30, Mark? 7:30 tonight?
7 p.m.
7 p.m. live on Peacock, man. You might want to tune in because we will be coming at you next week with the results, man. So, again, man, for on my behalf of the Real Sports Podcast panel, we got Deuce, Wall Street, and Young Mark, man. Be safe. Stay safe. See y'all Tuesday. We out.